Hey y'all, so I'm going to answer the next question that I got. I got several questions on my last video about mourning the loss of a daughter, but I just picked one and I'm just going to go with it. I've got a helper here in this video, so I hope it's not too distracting, but he's not very happy unless I'm holding him, so we're just going to roll with it. The question I'm going to answer today is, wow. So the question I'm going to answer today is, what about puberty? And this is a common question. I had no idea what would happen. Let me just start and get into it. So, first of all, if we make it to the point where Peyton is still adamant, and the thing is, if he's still insistent, consistent, and persistent that he is living his true identity, which I believe he is, but it's not my choice to make, then as we reach puberty stage, our therapist will refer us to an endocrinologist who deals with hormones, and it will be somebody who is familiar with this area. So we would get referred to a pediatric endocrinologist. From there, there would be an evaluation made by the doctor to decide if this was something that he thought he could handle. And from there, if all goes well, there can be blockers. They're called blockers, and what they are, they're hormone blockers. They're puberty blockers to prevent your transgender child from going through the wrong puberty. It can cause a great deal of dysphoria, even more great than what they currently deal with. And so there's lots of benefits to the blockers, and they just allow you more time, really. It just buys you time. If something, it just gives you that time to really process and be, sure that this is what, is going to do. They really will just buy us more time to process and allow Peyton to be sure that this is the road we want to take. Blockers are not permanent, so they do no permanent damage. All they do is delay puberty. It will delay menstruation. It will delay breast buds. It will delay just that the female shape of a face. Hi. So it will just delay those puberty hormones. The next step after that is you still under the care of your endocrinologist. Like, you don't just go do all this willy-nilly. You have to have it approved and go through the process and go through the steps and be under the care of the doctor. This is not just something you can go pick up at Target and start giving your kid. So the next step would be to add in testosterone, and that would be something that a kid about 16 or so would start to add, anywhere from 16 to 18. And if they were on blockers, then they start testosterone. They would never grow breasts, so he wouldn't have to have top surgery. Hey, where are you going? Don't be bad. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. He wouldn't have to have top surgery. And he would never, ever have menstruation. So he would never have to worry about any of that. With testosterone, he would be able to grow facial hair. He would grow that, masculine, jaw structure, that more, square face. It would increase muscle tone. It would increase everything. Typical testosterone things that happen. So that's that's sort of the deal with puberty and hormones. So yeah, so that's basically it. What do we plan to do, right? What's our plan? Our plan is to do the same as we have been doing. Our plan is to go with the flow. We don't plan to make any decisions for him. We don't plan to say, you know, any of it. We just plan to stay under the care of our doctors and our care providers and to go with the flow, roll with the punches, and to make our child as happy as possible in his skin, because it's the skin he was born in, and he still has to take care of his body. And Bowen, for real, sorry, I know this is so distracting, but he's making me crazy today. Our plan is to go with the flow. If the doctors decide that, you know, through his care and therapy that it would benefit Peyton to get the blockers, we will do blockers. If it, you know, continues and it's time for testosterone, we will do testosterone. I will stop at nothing to make my kid happy, and to give him the best chance at a happy life. And that's my only drive, really, is his happiness. So every child deserves unconditional love. I was told that this past week recently, and it's so true. So that's our only goal here, is to just have a happy kid. I want a happy child and not a dead child. And that sounds really harsh, but that's sort of the name of the game when you're dealing with transgender youth. It's very sensitive. It's very delicate. They are at such a higher risk for suicide, and of course no one wants that. So if you have any other questions, of course, leave them below. I'll pick another one next week to answer, and I'm going to try to get my husband's side of things. I know that's a common question, is how did Rusty handle all of this? And he hates the camera. It's awkward. So maybe we will do that Q&A style, more of specific questions, like interview style. So we'll see, but just leave your questions below on anything you have, whether they're for Rusty or for me, or whatever in general, and I'll see what I can do. Talk to y'all later. Bye.